Hey, I'm Brian Van.
I'm Max Van.
And we are here today to recap MotoAmerica 2025 Supersport Round 4 at
the Ridge Motorsports Park.
I'm not going to lie, that's more enthusiasm than I thought you would be able to muster, Max, for this video. What's your favorite racetrack on the circuit?
Totally the Ridge.
Was that a lie?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're being honest, I've always kind of not really ridden well there, and that's what happened this year, if we're being honest.
Well, if we're being honest, we've been to the Ridge 4 times. We've taken some great vacations there. Washington is a beautiful state with so much to offer and so much to see.
Exactly.
But you have eaten ass at the Ridge every year. I was actually considering making a commemorative shirt that said, I ate ass at the Ridge, and like on the back, maybe again. Does it piss you off when your dad makes fun of you?
No, I'm used to it.
Because that is what it is. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to open this up, right, with talking about the positives that came out of the Ridge.
Yep.
You put on a display of riding that was pretty fucking epic. Man, if you rode the bike like that when it was on the asphalt.
Yeah, I'm sure you
You want to hit me right now?
No.
Okay.
Sure. I kind of want to hit myself with the way I rode that weekend. But if you guys have seen the video, I had a really cool save. I think it was going up into turn 10 and 11. You come out of this kind of almost bowl corner. It's this downhill right. You drive real hard up this hill, and you're fifth gear pinned at like 120, 125. Got up onto this right-hand curbing with a little bit of lean angle. And I think the paint, the FIM paint that they use there on the curbing, it's like smooth concrete or smooth asphalt, whatever the hell it is. And I think it has more grip than the actual pavement. So with a little bit of brake pressure, the front tire completely locked. And I was tucking the front like this at 120 miles an hour. Luckily, I was able to muscle it.
Fucking smoke coming off of it.
Straighten it up, and I ran off track, wrestling the bike. I guess not really in the gravel trap, but it was side to side. I ran off track at 80 miles an hour. There's not a lot of runoff there. Luckily, there was kind of an air fence in the direction that I was heading towards. I didn't hit it. The gravel stopped me. It just got real deep towards the end and just fucking boom. That was it. But yeah.
There were probably, like, I'll tell you where I would have crashed immediately. I would have crashed. I would have eaten shit. I would have tumbled. I would have destroyed the bike. Hands down. Better riders might have made it to the second, the third, the fourth, or the fifth, what should have been a crash, and somehow you made it through all of it.
Yep.
I'm going to attribute it to, number one, you're an excellent motorcycle rider. Number two, your quads, bro. That had to be what bailed you out.
I don't know.
That's like your superpower.
Yeah, I guess as a racer, like I'm sure a lot of you guys have had saves on the street if you're watching this, or even on the track, you've had saves, and it all happens so fast you don't really know what's going on or what you did to potentially save that front end tuck or save that high side. Luckily, I had a badass, like me and Tyler, we were riding together. It was the first flying lap of qualifying. I was right behind him, and just went into there, and luckily the camera was on us, and I got a nice slow-mo video showing me exactly what I did to, I guess, save the front end tuck, and I think it might have been the quads in that brief second or half second, 2 seconds. I just kind of let the front tuck. I sat up on the tank, put my nuts on the tank, and squeezed and yanked the bars back and went straight off the racetrack.
Yeah, it looked to me like you kind of pushed and pulled, right?
Yeah.
Kind of forced the tire back into the...
Yeah.
Whatever. It was sick.
It was cool.
I'll tell you, the person who appreciated that save the most
was Mr. Chris Ulrich.
No, it was me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
You too.
Because who's going to fix the bike?
Yeah, you got to fix it.
Chris Ulrich ain't fixing shit.
No.
Okay, I love you, Chris. You're doing a great job. However, that would have been Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
You saved me probably...
I was probably a whole night's worth of work.
Oh, yeah. It would have been from when we got the bike.
Yep.
Probably would have worked till 8 o'clock.
Yep. Because that bike would have been probably pretty mangled if I didn't keep it on.
100%.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to show in this video,
Yep.
right, that save, because the MotoAmerica cameraman You were up
Yep.
for you and Tyler were out there together up front right away. They captured the whole thing.
Yep.
The footage is sick. I'm
Well,
probably going to answer
well-
a lot of comments about that. So Tom's going to put that all in there. You're going
Yep,
to see
yep.
that. That's great.
I had a cool interview after that. I came into the pits. I said I shit my pants on, I guess, live television, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, Michael Hill apologized for you. It's all good.
Sorry about it, but yeah, that was a crazy qualifying session. I remember I was shaking the whole time I got back on the bike. The whole time I was riding, I didn't end up going that fast. I qualified 16th that day, and throughout the whole weekend, it was just kind of 15th, 16th place if we're being honest. But yeah, damn straight, I was nervous. Not gonna lie.
That was a big one, dude. And when I remember when he came in, right? I had to pull the belly pan off to take the rocks out, and he's like, "I need a minute, man. Like I gotta collect this because
he didn't see the save in the beginning.
No, I didn't.
He had no idea what it was. So
I had no idea what was going on at that point. A lot of the other people on the team saw what happened, and they're all making all this noise and shit. I didn't see it because they didn't.
Yeah.
They stopped replaying it by the time I got back there to the monitors. So he needed a minute. We got him back out there, and like he said, it's unfortunate because I think personally, I looked at that and I tried to tell you this. I would have taken that as a positive as a rider, and I would have felt like, I don't know, man.
Superman. I don't know.
Something. Yeah. You know what I mean? And probably just in my mind, I like to think that I would just go out there and just go at it so hard with all this confidence.
Yeah.
This is really hard. This class is super stacked with some of the most talented riders in the country and the world. Full stop.
And
right?
I suck at the ridge.
Well, and you got to get that thought out of your mind.
Sure do, but whatever.
You got to get that thought out of your mind. You're a professional rider. You have a lot of talent.
Yeah.
My track's not a great one for you. It is what it is. What are you going to do?
Whatever.
So let's go ahead and we're going to keep this video short because what did we do this year at the Ridge?
8S.
Again.
I qualified 16th. I finished 16th in race 1. I'm pretty sure it's fucking terrible. And in race 2, I finished 11th, which was better. But there were a lot of crashes in it. I think there were like 4 crashes, so it was technically gifted to me. But who gives a shit? We'll just go faster at the next round.
Next round, looking forward
To Laguna Seca.
Yes.
Yes.